moss and shit's attached to them, so they would look,
probably look,
you know.
Yeah.
I saw. It's funny that you mentioned that because I actually watched a YouTube video about alligator snapping turtles, and this one was like 200 pounds, and man, I mean, it was big. Don't get me wrong, but it was like this big. You know, it was like 3 foot wide.
They have to pick them up by the shell. Hold them up out of the water like that.
They could fuck you up.
It wasn't nearly as big as those guys were describing.
If you want to catch a glimpse of Whitey's alleged stomping grounds, why not plan a visit to Jacksonport State Park, where you can get a good view of the White River Monster Preserve.
I still propose that one weekend soon, before it gets too cold to do it, that we go set up a tent in the WMA,
Bigfooting.
go and do some squatching and stuff. We could, we could maybe find, because that's near the White River. We could maybe find Whitey. We could maybe find Sasquatch. We could maybe find some ghosts. We could maybe find some meth heads.
No, we could probably definitely find some meth heads.
There are so many.
No, meth heads don't hang out there.
So many possibilities of cool stuff we could run into. I am so down. Let's do it.
I'm good.
Okay.
Chris,
I don't
are you
care.
good?
Yeah, I don't care.
Chris is like, no, I'm scared.
All right.
Chris is a bitch.
What were you were just gonna skip me? Did you hear Ross?
Yeah,
was like,
I was just gonna skip
motherfucker,
you.
I got
Oh, you were tired of
You
reading.
don't even
You were tired of reading.
God damn it! I hate
Skip
all that.
half the story.
So this is about the Allen house.
Okay.
There you go.
What? I don't fucking care if you finished.
Let's go.
We proud of you. All right, Bill. God damn, that was loud. All right,
Lottie fucking down. Now you're gonna doo-doo.
for like the next 3 days. It's a 72-hour pooping. All right,
It's a colon cleanse.
colon blow. So, built in 1906, the Allen House is located along North Main Street and features Gothic-style architecture. For real?
Who would you like to call?
God, Brandy.
God damn it, Siri.
I won't respond to that.
Oh, Siri got uppity on your ass.
I know, but yet she said she
Snowflake.
agreed my friend was a slut the other day, so Siri is like selectively bitchy.
Okay, so Gothic-style architecture and wrought iron fencing. The house was planned by local businessman Joe Lee Allen, hence the name Allen House, to be the most impressive house in the town.
Wait a minute,
Or,
wait a
no,
minute,
I'm sorry,
wait a minute, wait a
most
minute.
impressive house the town had ever seen.
Have they investigated to find out if he's in fact a serial killer?
I don't know.
Joe Lee Allen.
He has too many first names.
Too
Too
many
many first names.
Unfortunately, in December 1948, the family experienced a grave tragedy. Their daughter, Liddell, or Ladle, but I think it's Liddell.
God damn it.
And my other daughter, Spatula.
This is our son's serving spoon.
You're such a smart motherfucker. You so stupid. You so stupid.
Oh, eat my ass. Their daughter, Liddell.
I wish I could see Amber right now.
You want me to finish reading this or not?
No, we tried to skip you, but
God damn it.
Because you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Oh, eat my fucking asshole. Liddell consumed mercury cyanide laced punch
Woo!
in the
That's what a way to
house's
go.
in the house's master suite. Out of grief, her mother sealed off the room.
She didn't even do it in her room? That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I think she lived in the master suite.
See, I'm thinking they should have investigated. He probably killed them all. He's a serial
Yeah, he
killer.
probably did. Out of grief, mother sealed off the room, and it would not be entered by anyone for nearly 4 decades.
Faux.
During its time as an apartment building in the 1950s, tenants would report eerie occurrences, including hazy figures appearing in photographs, furniture being unexplainably rearranged, and several reports of a lady sitting in a turret window. The Allen House is now open for historic guided tours by appointment and opened its... That's not what I said. I said turret.
Turdlet.
Did you say turdlet?
Turdlet window.
You're a fucking turdlet. Now I'm done with you assholes. I'm fucking done.
Reading.
That was it.
That was it.
October for Halloween hours.
Okay.
We talked about Allen House last time.
No, we didn't.
He's feeling victimized. We gotta quit.
We
teased
didn't.
He teased it,
real.
and then he didn't talk about
No,
it.
for real, I'm pretty sure we did.
No, I'm 100%
No.
sure we didn't.
He teased it, and then we didn't talk about it.
See?
Don't do it. Don't do it. Making fun's not funny.
Shut up.
What the fuck was that? Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Whoever
no
said
shit.
that's a damn liar.
Dolly Parton.
Well, she's fucking lies.
Okay.
And she steals things.
Okay, I can't believe as long as we've lived here, I've never heard of this one. Jacksonville High School.
I have. I've heard it's haunted.
One of the most well-known ghost stories in Arkansas
I can't be that
Apparently
one.
not.
is probably the Mumbling Man. This is a story about a male spirit who haunts Jacksonville High
Shit
School.
mouth.
Just walking around.
That's just a damn teacher who
Yeah.
lost his mind.
Motherfucker with a
just
drinking problem. That's all that is.
The story goes that this man haunts
Dude,
the
you should have took.
auditorium.
The
of
story
the high
goes
school.
from.
People have reported hearing
You say you're
strange
about to doo-doo?
noises.
Don't do that.
Oh my god!
Oh, shut up.
I'm not the one over here fucking telling everybody I got a poo.
Are you done?
No, she got a shit.
Are you done?
She got a dookie.
Oh my god!
Oh god, we have to reupholster these chairs.
Don't startle me.
We got some diapers over there.
Yo, you can have one of Hillary's diapers.
Wait a
It's
minute.
got that hole for the tail
Did
though.
she just say don't startle me
No,
or
don't startle her.
startle
Don't
me?
startle her. She gonna. She cough and she goes shart.
That meme you posted when I cough.
God.
You are not
Wow.
right. Oh Jesus. Ha ha ha.
Do we have to pause?
Ha Terrence, I sharted. Alright, we'll be back in a minute.
Y'all just look. Shit happens.
I'll just repeat this again. 'Cause
Okay.
Everybody's probably one of the most well-known ghost stories in Arkansas is probably the Mumbling Man at Jacksonville High School. Here we go
Also
again,
known as
Amber.
shit mouth.
A story about a male spirit who haunts Jacksonville High School. The story goes that this man haunts the auditorium. People have reported hearing strange noises in the auditorium that cannot be explained. The most common being the sound of a male voice mumbling away to himself when nobody else is in the room. It's also common to
Then
hear.
who hears it if no one else is in the room?
Good call. Good call.
It's also common, really.
Yeah.
It's also common
how
to
could
hear
they see it
footsteps
floating on the bottom?
Yeah.
walking on the catwalk above the stage. Again, when nobody is actually.
Then how do they even? It's like if a tree falls in the woods. How do they know?
Nobody hears it.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. I like it. It's a ghost with shit mouth.
I wish I knew someone at Jacksonville High School.
No, me too. That we could like
Asshole.
get in and.
They'd be like, "Hey, when you're not there, tell us if if you think anything happens."
God.
Oh, hold on. I'm trying to get back to it.
No, for real, they do that shit a lot. Nobody fucking calls them on it.
Yeah, no.
You know, it's like, oh, this happens when nobody's there. Motherfucker, how did you know? How did you know? In the 1800s when no one's there. It's not like they set up video cameras. I mean, fucking come on.
Well, I'm going to talk about in Jonesboro. It's called Keller's Chapel, and supposedly it was once ranked the 13th most haunted chapel in the U.S. But they're saying they can't find like backup as to why, you know, where it got that name.
The 13th most haunted chapel. Mm-hmm. How many is in this ranking?
Well, I mean, think about how many chapels are in the U.S.
Yeah, but no, of the haunted chapel, I want to know, on the ranking, what is it, like the top 100?
Yeah.
Top 1,000?
It's one of those places that, and apparently, like, it's an old town that has like a old chapel and a cemetery. And they're saying if you visit at night and you turn your car off, when you get back in your vehicle, it won't start. Supposedly, if you're really quiet, you can hear babies screaming, see figures moving around in the night. And there's a graveyard in the woods behind the chapel that's real secluded, and they say all kinds of paranormal shit happens there. They're saying that it stems from the fact that several children of the Keller family died either at birth or very young. It says they have all their gravestones lined up next to each other. Most of the Keller family's buried there, and the dates go back to the 1800s. Said, you know, you go on these roads and it's really like sharp, and then you're just there, and people have talked about that it was really scary, and you know, a lot of people have seen things. So this person said they actually went into the chapel and there was fake flowers all over the ground. There was no electricity. There were still pamphlets from the last church service that was held there. How cool is that? said it was just really eerie and cold in there. So they all laid down in the pews and turned their, because there's still pews in there, turned their flashlights off. Said they were all terrified. They lay there for like 30 minutes. And they got arrested.
Okay.
So they were laying there waiting for the cops.
Yeah. They didn't hear any screaming babies, no figures, no ghouls, no goblins. Said there is some talk that if you do, that people that have seen things there, it might actually be like local teens trying to like spook people. But yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. I'd like to go there just to see it.
Where did you say that was?
It's in Jonesboro.
Okay.
Yeah. Keller Chapel.
This next one is another one I've never heard of. I'm guessing it's Gowrow.
Let me see.
It's Gowrow. Gowrow.
Yeah, it's a Gowrow, I guess.
That's the Louisiana. What do they call it? Rougarou, probably.
I think it's a place, isn't it?
What?
You're talking about a place.
No, the Gowrow.
Oh, that's a Rougarou. It's like a Cajun.
It started in Louisiana.
It's like a shitmouth thing where they add extra letters to the fucking
exactly.
word.
Okay, well,
That's what it
no,
sounds like.
that's not what this is.
Okay.
It's something
Really?
different. So the White River Monster isn't the only mysterious creature lurking in the folkloric history of Arkansas. The Ozarks is said to be home to a creature called I'm going to call it a Gowrow,
All right.
which is best described as a wingless dragon.
Whoa.
Reported as having 2 tusks on its head, webbed feet, spiky back, and a formidable spear at the tip of its tail.
Sign me up for that.
The 20-foot-long nocturnal monster preys on livestock and small animals. According to a story that appeared in the Arkansas Gazette, January 31st, 1897, the Gowrow is so named because of the sound that it makes. The story, written by Elbert Smithy, tells of a Little Rock businessman named William Miller who had heard of the monster and sought to capture it. Story goes on to say that he formed a hunting crew who tracked the beast to a cave that was purportedly scattered with the remains of both animals and humans. Just the remains. I guess there was more than bones. The exciting tale ends with the Gowrow emerging from the lake and putting up a big fight before falling victim to Miller's crew. Miller then claimed to have sent the body to Washington, D.C. to put up on display at the Smithsonian Institute, but the body never arrived, of course, which leads many to believe it was all a grand hoax.
But at the same time, the Smithsonian has a pretty sordid history of having shit just disappear.
But they could have taken a picture of it or something before they sent it.
Yeah.
Vance Rudolph believed that if the Gowrow existed, it was not a single creature, but some unidentified species. He recounts stories from people who claim to have encounters with Gowrows across the state, including someone who was spelunking in Devil's Hole in Boone County, and another person who claimed to have lured one into captivity by feeding it so many apples that it got stuck in a burrow.
Wow.
Like Winnie the Pooh with the honey.
Yeah. That's the fat bastard trap.
Yeah.
This person then went on to charge 25 cents per person to anyone who wanted to see the Gowrow.
25 cents and an apple.
The catch: whenever he had a crowd of paying spectators, he would put on a show of the Gowrow having gotten loose and him barely escaping with his life. So there is no documentation of there ever being an actual creature in his possession, let alone the Gowrow of legend. However, tales of this mythical beast still travel through the Ozarks.
My goodness. I like the fat bastard attempt, or the fat bastard trap. Here, Tubby, eat these apples. No, thank you, but I'm full. Nah, eat more. God, fucking shit people will believe. Okay. This is in Helena, West Helena, the Maple Hill Cemetery, or the Helena Confederate Cemetery. I guess it has 2 names. I don't know. Hidden within Maple Hill Cemetery. So there it is. It's actually a cemetery in a cemetery.
Okay.
Kind of like Pope Air Force Base is an Air Force base inside of an Army post. Because that was a good idea. Hidden within the Maple Hill Cemetery is a grave of a doctor and his dog. Legend has it that the man was murdered, and his canine friend witnessed the brutal act. Once buried, The dog refused to leave his owner's grave. The dog died from longing for his massa. Some say if you listen closely, you can hear the dog panting. Boy, that was a fucking buzzkill. I don't like that at all.
You
Shitheads.
should probably
Sad.
read yours before you read them.
No, I like to be surprised, just like y'all. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Bad enough you guys got to